holding it down. Cause I'm a long way from home, I don't really know this town, but I know where we're going, and I know one day we'll make it out. So we sing.
Wait for me, I just wanna be alone. It's been a long day, I can feel it in my soul. So tonight I'll take the long way home. Said tonight I'll take the long way home. Wait for me, I just wanna be alone.
Whoever sees this and subscribes right now, get a free mistake. Blame not included. What's going on, YouTube? It's one only Knox Hill, and we are back. We are back to our reaction series. So today, man, we have a very, very special one on deck. If you were here early, what's going on, Patreon? I know you guys have early access to this one. I told you we're going to get through this album. I haven't forgot about you, NF fans. So you know what? It's time to dive back into the world of Nate as we continue to work our way through his recent project. This right here is none other than Mistake. One.
I feel like I'm at a standstill, waiting for you to tell me I'm okay. If time heals, tell me why do I kill myself trying to show you I'm not a mistake.
I feel time heals. See, even when he's singing, he can't help but to have like those internal to external A to B rhyme schemes, right? Okay, mistake on the externals versus time heals. I'm still staying still, playing off of that on the internal A rhymes. Very smooth, man. And this man just has just such a classical origin with his production choice. And what I mean by that is you're always going to get these just beautiful builds of orchestral sounds and strings and just using classical instruments. And it's so refreshing to hear it in the realm of hip hop. But I know that he's singing on this, but maybe we'll get some rapping. Who knows? Let's go.
Hey, if time heals, tell me why do I kill myself trying to show you I'm not a mistake. I've got qualities that I'm not proud of. I've made promises that I walked out on. I've had days I feel I don't deserve love. So think what you think, just don't call me a mistake. Might have made some, can't argue with that, but I ain't one. Even I sometimes.
Oh, he gets into a little bit more of a rap flow here, even though he's kind of keeping his singing cadence and voice. But I love some of these sentiments because it's just so relatable. You know, we've all made promises that we haven't kept, unfortunately, and we've all made mistakes in our past. And I love how Nate uses his own life experiences and his own vulnerabilities to reveal them, to have that courage to present it to us on the track, because he knows he'll be judged for it. You know, he'll be put under the microscope. People will call him corny for that, for wearing his heart on his sleeve, but he does it to let us know that you're not alone. You know, you're not the only one going through these thoughts and suffering and dealing with these different emotions. And so many times we can just get caught up in our own heads and feel like we are a mistake and we don't deserve love. And what that ironically does is it pushes those away who are there to give us love and who want to support us because we just don't feel worthy of it.
Mistake, might have made some, can't argue with that, but I ain't one. Even I sometimes get afraid of having to face the wrath of an anxious me.
Hang on, let me go back to appreciate this rap flow some more.
Even I sometimes mistake, might have made some, can't argue with that, but I ain't one. Even I sometimes get afraid of having to.
Can't argue with that, but I ain't one. Now that's a different Nate right there. Instead of just being solely negative, as we've seen throughout this Hope album, there's a little bit of positivity there. There's just these little moments and these little lines that go, hang on a second, I'm not affirming this completely. I'm going to admit that I felt this way, but I know, and I'm going to acknowledge that I'm not a mistake. And it just gives you that little bit of hope as well.
Some can't argue with that, but I ain't one. Even I sometimes get afraid of having to face the wrath of an anxious me. I get it cause I actually feel the same. Sometimes I think I might be
anxious me, right? Times I think. Actually. Love the way that he just fit in that 3-syllable 1-2 and then drop down with it.
I get it cause I actually feel the same. Sometimes I think I might be a lost cause who turns off cause the way I read into what I've been through. You think I'm mental, but it pays off though. When the runs through, I pursue what I love, and if it goes south,
wow, into what I've been through, mental. Rents Do, again, nice little 2-syllable condensed scheme right there. I really love the use of this singing voice with the rap kind of flows and rhythms and rhyme schemes.
Mental, but it pays off though. When the rents due, I pursue what I love. And if it goes south and falls down, just know I'll stand on my own 2 feet. Don't you see those that oppose on me? Most won't leave thinking I might retreat. Show my teeth quick if you turn on me, cause I feel.
See, there's a little bit of that. He's got that fighter spirit in him, and you definitely get that towards the end. You know, if you turn on him the wrong way, he's going to show you his teeth. He's going to show you that, you know, he's not just fully wallowing. He's channeling this and these emotions into his music. You know, when the rent's due, what did he do to pay the rent? Well, he used music to help him climb out and get out of this mental hole and also economic hole that he found himself in. I love the way that he puts that, and he's a great example of taking your pain and your doubts and flipping them and using them to help strengthen you and turn them into a positive.
Retreat, show my teeth quick if you turn on me, cause
and you could also take Rent's Due as like living in someone's head rent free, but he's living in his own head. That's why he fears wrath and personifies wrath in earlier lines.
Thinking I might retreat, show my teeth quick if you turn on me, cause I feel like I'm at a standstill, waiting for you to tell me I'm okay. If time heals, tell me why do I kill myself, trying to show you I'm not a mistake. I've got qualities that I'm not proud of. I've made promises that I walked out on. I've had days I feel I don't deserve love. So think what you think, just don't call me up.
Oh, wow. It's very simple, isn't it? Very scaled back. Those pianos guide us. And then right there with this sort of hook and chorus, we reintroduce those strings. And it's just piano and just strings. And it's just simple and guided by his emotions and his voice. And I wonder who the you is in this. Is this you himself? Almost like he's talking to himself in the mirror. Like, don't judge me too harshly for what I've been through. Don't call me a mistake. Or does he have like a specific person, or is it more of just a universal you? I'm interested to hear what you guys think on this one. Let me know. Comment below.
Just don't call me up. Just don't call me up. Mistake, cause I'm not one. Misplaced, but I found a lot of resentment causes a mess when you let it get to the place of no confidence.
That flow, man. Mistake. Da 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 da. Again, man, very cool. He always finds just great pockets. I respect the flow game on this man so much.
Mistake, cause I'm not one. Misplaced, but I found a lot of resentment causes a mess when you let it get to the place of no confidence. Struggle with it, that's obvious, but not enough to make me second guess if I die for the ones I love. So don't you get confused, thinking if you bring me down, I'ma just choose to let myself get used. I don't live like that, I feel trapped, I might last.
Not enough to second guess. I die for the ones that I love. And see, again, you talk about taking these negative emotions, but still there's this aura of hope about it, that, you know, he's going to fight for what he loves and for the ones that he loves. You know, this is not someone who is downtrodden and defeated. This is someone who still has a lot of passion and a lot to give, and that just kind of exudes through this. Even though it's like a sad sounding track, there's really a lot of light to this.
I'ma just choose to let myself get used. I don't live like that, I feel trapped, I might lash out. I gotta watch my back, cross my path, especially with ill intent. You'll regret you ever took that task. If and when this thing could all go bad, don't you act like no one warned you. Yeah.
If and when this could all go bad, it's very cool, very like punchy singing there.
That task, if and when this thing could all go bad, don't you act like no one warned you. Yeah, cause I feel like I'm at a standstill, waiting for you to tell me I'm okay. If time heals, tell me why do I kill myself, trying to show you I'm not a mistake. I've got qualities that I'm not proud of. I've made promises that I walked out on. I've had the days I feel I don't deserve love. So think what you think, just don't call me a mistake.
That's a very haunting, very tense kind of final note from him. And just that one simple word, the way it's delivered, you have that just raw vulnerability. And like I talked about, what I love is that even though he's writing from a perspective and using I a lot, it's so relatable. So many of us can just simply place ourselves into his shoes and into his words and take on those words and make those our own. Because there's so many of us out there who feel this way. And feel like we're a mistake. And at the end of it, when you peel back the lyricism and the layers to this, he's trying to let you know that you're not. You know, be proud of who you are. And sometimes it is okay to not be so okay, to be a mess, because we're all human and we're all flawed and we all have things that we're definitely not proud of. Very powerful track from Nate. And again, I love the scale back nature of it all, man. It really just brings you in and just draws you so close to his message and his just spirit of it all. And F, you were Knoxville certified. Hope you guys liked today's video. Listen from here at the end. Obviously, enjoying the content. Do me a huge favor. People, support the channel directly. Subscribe and notifications on. It really, really does go a long way. I love you. Stay safe, stay positive. It's one only Knoxville. No, I'll catch you again.